There's a very specific type of person who seems to always win at day trading, the beginner. And within about 4 days, they're already thinking, I might be the one. Because somehow, against all logic, against all odds, against literally every warning on the internet, they made money. Not a little bit. Enough to start doing maths in their head like, if I can just make $300 a day, and start drafting their resignation letter. But the strange part is, this person has no strategy, no risk management, no idea what they're doing, but they do have something very powerful, confidence. And not any normal confidence, the kind of confidence you only get by full porting your account and winning first trade. That, plus watching 3 YouTube videos and understanding none of them. They've heard words like liquidity, structure, key level, and now just casually say things like, yeah, I'm waiting for confirmation. They don't know what that means, but it sounds right. Because winning your first trade gives you confidence. A second winning trade, you're flying. By the third winning trade, something changes in their brain. They're no longer thinking, I hope this works. They're picking the color of their new Lambo. Because from their perspective, this is the easiest money they've ever made. You click a button, numbers go up, and suddenly you're Googling best countries for digital nomads. So naturally, they increase their position size because if you can make $100, why not make $1,000? And if you can make $1,000, why not emotionally attach your entire self-worth to it? And then the market does something unexpected. It doesn't go their way. Their first red trade down $700. They pause, lean forward, and say the most dangerous sentence in trading. That doesn't make sense. Because obviously, if it doesn't make sense to them, the market must be wrong. So they take another trade, but this time, they hesitate. And hesitation in trading is amazing because it guarantees you enter at the worst possible moment. The trade goes against them again. Now they're down more than they made all week, and now we unlock a new personality. The revenge trader. They say to themselves, I just need one good trade, which sounds logical, until you realize every bad decision in trading starts with that sentence. Now they're clicking faster, thinking less, watching every tick like it owes them money, and every small movement feels personal. If the market goes up, it's because they didn't enter. If it goes down, it's because they did. At this point, they're not trading anymore. They're arguing with a chart and seeking validation from other beginners in a Discord server. Fast forward 2 hours, they've taken 12 trades. They remember none of them and feel like they worked very hard, but their account is now back to 0 or worse. Now this is where it gets interesting because from the outside, this looks like failure. But from the inside, to them, it feels like progress because they almost had it. And almost is one of the most addictive feelings in trading. Which brings us to the real question. Why do beginners make money first and then lose everything? It's not because they're destined to be bad at trading forever. It's because, in the beginning, they're free. They don't have rules. They don't have pressure. They don't have expectations. They just take trades. And weirdly, that works. Not because they're good, but because the market hasn't had time to humble them yet. It's like playing a video game for the first time and accidentally beating the first boss. You don't understand the mechanics. You just pressed buttons and it worked. But then something dangerous happens. They start actually trying. And the moment money becomes real, everything changes. Now, they're not just trading, they're protecting profits, avoiding losses, trying to be right. And the more you try to control the outcome, the worse the decisions get. Because now, every trade feels like this one matters, which is exactly why it shouldn't. And here's the part they don't want to hear. Even if they're using a proven strategy, they don't lose money because the strategy stopped working. They lose money because they stopped following it. The version of them that made money didn't care. The version of them losing money cares way too much. Losing money is inevitable, even with a proven strategy. So now they're moving stop losses, closing early and re-entering immediately after a trade, basically turning every trade into a live emotional event. And the best part? They start blaming everything else. The market, the broker, the spread, manipulation, anything except the one thing that changed them. Eventually, they reach a point where nothing feels clear. Every setup looks wrong, every entry feels late, every exit feels bad, and now they're stuck. Because the market isn't what actually makes trading hard for them. It's hard because the moment it starts to matter, they change. And consistency requires they don't, that they remain calm and execute on their proven system to make any progress. So if you've ever had a few days where everything just worked and then suddenly nothing does, you didn't lose your edge, you became aware of it. And awareness, without control, is where most traders fall apart. So yeah, the real problem isn't that beginners are bad, it's that they start off just relaxed enough to do the right things without realizing it. And then the moment they try to hold on to it, they lose the one thing that was actually working, themselves.